We have team coverage of the damage that could be affecting you, like a giant sinkhole in Sheridan. Have you seen this? It's so massive it swallowed an officer's SUV overnight. Fortunately, he's okay this morning. 7 News reporter Tyler Lopez is out on Oxford Avenue checking on the cleanup. Tyler, any updates?
Yeah, definitely some real progress, Kelly. I tweeted this about 45 minutes ago. The car is now out. Here's what's next. You can see crews right now trying to decide how long is this going to take, and they're going to do it in the rain. And that's actually one of the factors leading to the removal of this truck a little earlier than expected. They wanted to beat the rain and try to get this car out with at least the benefit of some daylight. But this is more like the scene as it was just after 2:15 this morning when the road Sergeant Greg Miller was driving on disappeared.
Next thing I know, the dust, the dirt, and then of course I'm hearing water around me.
These photos from Sheridan police show the front of the SUV crumpled, his radio broken. He was on his own.
So then I'm trying to get out, the door won't open. So I crawl through my driver's side window, reach up, grab the rail on top of the roof of the patrol car, pull myself up on that, and then reach up onto the top of the pavement and pull myself out.
Leaving the sergeant out of the vehicle, but now next to a broken sewer line and a gas line.
It was actually beside the car. But the car is still sinking. That's what our biggest concern is, and that's why we don't want you guys any closer.
Air Tracker 7 above the sinkhole that kept getting deeper throughout the morning rush hour, making this a very complicated tow assignment.
I'm glad it happened to me and nobody else, basically, because I came out okay.
Yeah, they actually removed that car with the backhoe behind me right there to make it a little faster. I want to get the latest now from Chief Mark Campbell from Sheridan Police. Now that the car is out, how much longer do you think it'll be before the road can reopen?
Well, they estimate that in a couple hours they'll have one lane open in each direction. But what's driving their issues now is this rain. So as you mentioned earlier, they want to get the car out before the rain because the car was actually acting as a plug in the hole for the storm sewer. So they wanted the car out so they could get the water to flow downstream.
So at least a couple of hours, but the rain could change that.
It'll affect their ability to get in there and address the issues, but as far as we know now, everything's stabilized, the car's gone, and if the water gets to a high level, it should go downstream into the hole and then downstream. So we should be okay.
So you're hoping one lane by 1 o'clock?
Yeah, probably 1 to 2 o'clock is what Public Works is telling us, one lane each direction.
And part of the issue was the recent rains we had. You think a storm sewer drain snapped?
What they're initially telling us, it's a stormwater pipe that belongs to the city of Englewood. It's a 78-inch pipe that couples into a 92-inch pipe, and right about here where the car fell in is where they think it broke. And it's probably been swirling the water in there for a day or two, and it's taken all the material that was in there holding the road up, and apparently it's carried that downstream into the river. So when the car came over the top of the asphalt, it's just a void below the asphalt, and the car went straight in and then forward. And that's why you saw the damage to the car after they pulled it out of the hole.
Boy, fortunate that he's okay.
Yeah, no, he's very lucky. He's very lucky. And, you know, that was a large car, a smaller car, same situation. It could have been a lot worse.
All right, Chief Mark Campbell again. At least 2 more hours before we get perhaps one lane, but of course the rain a factor. And that means, Jason, drivers are going to need some alternates. There's a lot of cross traffic here near River Point. They need to know how to get around it.
Yeah, there are some good ways to get around it, Tyler, especially since it's going to be closed down for several more hours. So this is the area we're talking about, Oxford, just a little bit west of Santa Fe. So the ways to get around it, Union to the south, Bellevue to the south, Hamden to the north, all are good alternate routes. We still